All right, hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Lindasha. You guys come on in. I'm so excited about our topic on today, and I wanted to go ahead and get started. Today's video, I don't know if it's going to be longer or shorter. We're just going to do a quick coffee chat. It's holiday season at Starbucks, and you guys know I have my coffee here. And since it's the holiday season, I wanted to go ahead and just invite you guys to go ahead and put your favorite holiday Starbucks coffee in the chat and let me know. There are a few that I really want to try, but I know if some of you are Starbucks fans, you guys often, or we often switch the original recipe of the coffee. And we order it our own way. So I want you to put your favorite Starbucks drink and then how you order it. And I'm going to try some of you guys' suggestions. All right. Because I love getting a good drink from Starbucks and I love trying new Starbucks drinks. So put that in the chat because we have something just very important that I wanted to talk about in today's coffee chat with Lindasha. Right. So this weekend I don't even have the words for the situation that I saw with a young lady this weekend, right? It literally, guys, I was speechless. And I'm an attorney, I'm a lawyer. If there's one thing that I have, it's words, all right? Like, my entire field and profession is built around words. And this weekend, what I saw with this beautiful, beautiful young lady, right? How I saw her present herself literally took my words away. And so we're gonna title this video you want to be a high value wife, but you're doing this. And provider men who would love you, right? Provider men who would love you are turned off by this particular type of presentation. And so we're gonna get into it there. And so the situation with the young lady, I wanted to kind of preface this because I know us as women, everybody's like, oh, Dot, are you judging this girl? You don't know what she was going through, blah, blah, blah. I want to just go ahead and say, you know, this was an observation I made of this particular girl. I don't know what she was going through or what made her decide to come out in public the way that she did. But I will say that despite whatever may have been going on behind closed doors, and I'll tell you guys the situation that I saw, you want to be mindful. You want to be mindful of how you're showing up in the world as a young lady. One, for your protection, but also two, just in general. I know a lot of women who are attracted to my message. Many of you want to be wives. Many of you desire to like esteem yourselves and get to a higher place in life. You have a very growth mindset. You have an elevated mindset. You have a mindset that wants to get to your next level. And so for me, I always want to make sure that I'm coming from a place of love when I address some of the things that I see. And I don't want you to think that I'm coming from a place of condemnation or judgment, because we can all change our lives. So I just wanted to start there. Now let's get into what I saw with the lady, okay? This weekend was in a local restaurant in my town, the town that I live in, the city that I live in. And I was standing behind this girl. She had on this beautiful, beautiful, like, fitted long cardigan. You know, the cardigans that go down almost to your ankle. And the cardigan was almost the color of the top that I'm wearing right now. Beautiful. She had on a pair of cute Uggs with the cardigan, and from the back she was looking just amazing. Her hair was long. It was her real hair. She was a black girl. Her hair was really long, very beautiful, styled amazing. Like, you know, she had her hair feathered and her layers were cut to a T. She did not look like she was hurting for any money or any type of, you know, financial resources at all. And I was right behind her, right? And so I'm steadily admiring her outfit from the back, right? While she's ordering her food. As she turns around, of course, I am walking up to go ahead and order my food. When she turned around, I literally had to like catch my face, right? You know how sometimes your kids, if they're staring too hard, you're like, quit staring, that's mean. What I saw when this girl turned around, literally, I needed a mother to be like, pick your lip up off the floor, stop staring, right? When she turned around, her cardigan was completely open, and she had on a tank top, and she had on the very short boy shorts that were like what we would wear as underwear as women. And she had nothing else on top of that, right? When she turned around, I was literally stunned, right? I was like, wait, are we as women, beautiful women, when her face was gorgeous, like her beauty was like, whoa, beautiful, beautiful mahogany to like cocoa brown skin girl, just killing the game. And she turned around and she had on boy short underwear with nothing over it under her cardigan, and she had no tie around the cardigan, right? It was completely open. And so there was this gentleman who was taking our order. It was two men at the front of the restaurant where we were, one was taking orders and one was fulfilling the order. One was an Asian man and one was a black man, right? When the girl passed me and it was time for me to order, the black man who was taking the order, he was like, I know. That's all he said. He was like, yeah, no, you saw it, right? I know. And I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry. I saw that, right? He was like, oh yeah, you saw it. And he was just like, he just shook his head. So the thing about me bringing up this topic is, this is, again, not to condemn any woman, right? And again, I said, oh, you don't know what this lady was going through. The girl did not appear to be in any amount of distress or emotional or mental distress, or it didn't appear that she was out getting food because there was some emergency. She couldn't remember to put on pants. Literally, the girl didn't have on pants. She came outside with her underwear on and a cardigan over it with not even a tie for the cardigan, right? You can make whatever conclusion you like to make about the situation with the lady. For me, I would like to approach this situation from the perspective of a woman who is a high value wife, right? If you've been following my channel for a while, that's what we talk about. I've traveled the world. I've been married to my college sweetheart for over 14 years. We've been together over 17 years. I just gave birth to our first baby girl almost 2 months ago, about 6 weeks ago, a little bit over 6 weeks ago. So my family's in this high value territory. My husband is a physician. I'm an attorney. Amen. When I think about the state of where we are as women, if our judgment has gotten to this point where we're comfortable coming out in public, and it doesn't seem like we were on drugs or had any mental health or emotional health issues, I feel like we have to kind of step back and say to men, what is it that we're saying we're worth to you? If we're not even worth knowing how to come out in public in a way that is appropriate and that shows that we have a certain amount of discretion, right? How can you look at a provider man and say, I am worth your time, your money, your energy, your attention, when the way that I saw it, and again, you know, I really hope that you guys don't take this from a place of judgment, because that's not where it's coming from. It's coming from a place of love. But I literally have seen women who work the streets dress better than I saw this particular girl, who clearly could have been somebody's wife, right? She had everything physically about her to be someone's wife, but that one decision literally would activate the predator in a man before it would activate his provider energy, right? So how you present yourself as a woman, how you interact with men, you can activate different parts of men. But when you present yourself as a woman who is dressed even below a woman who works the streets, right? In exchanges for those type of favors. When you show up dressed even with less on than that woman, imagine what it is that you are activating in the man, right? And there were two men. One of the guys I actually know is single. I frequent the restaurant often, and he's a very hard worker and all of that. He's a single guy. You didn't even activate in that man a desire to be with you in the bedroom, right? He wasn't even enticed by your presentation from a sexual essence standpoint. He actually, when he saw me and saw how stunned I was by it, I read on the man that he pitied you. Like, you're activating pity in men when you clearly are beautiful enough, and I'm sure smart enough. Like, I mean, the girl looked like she had it going on, right? Because from the back, I wanted her outfit. I was like, shoot, I need to recreate this outfit. This is so cute. And when she turned around, the way that she really had presented herself from the front, not even having the discretion to put on pants before you came to a restaurant, she activated pity in men. And so what I want women to start being mindful of, and if you know any mature women or any women at all that you think would be, you know, blessed by this message and would be able to hear the spirit that I'm coming from, please share it with them. Please like this video so that YouTube can begin to share the channel and we can begin to have these healthy discussions in a safe, feminine environment whereby you're not judged, because I'm not judging you, love. It's not condemnation and judging. I'm trying to help you use better judgment. Does that make sense? Y'all let me know in the chat if I'm being clear. I'm not judging you. I want you to use better judgment, because I know that God has something greater for a vast majority of women in this culture and in this country. But I feel like God is literally saying, y'all got to get your minds and your decisions together, right? You got to really invest in your healing work and begin to reconnect to your feminine essence, reconnect to your beauty, your femininity, your lightness, your playfulness, your funness in a healthy way. And what I wanted to give in terms of a tip, if you are really struggling with maybe wondering why you haven't attracted your king provider yet, or why you haven't attracted the love and the affection from a man who would cherish you and who would honor you, and if a man ever lost you, who would be like, man, that was the biggest loss of my life, right? She's an amazing woman. If you want to begin to activate that, the very first thing I would suggest is, ladies, you're going to have to start getting better at your discretion, right? You're going to have to start getting better at your ability to make decisions and how you choose to show up in the world. Are you going to show up in a position that's less than a streetwalker, or are you going to show up in the world as a wife? Are you going to show up in the world as a bum today? Are you going to show up in the world as a hard worker today? Are you going to show up in the world as a woman who doesn't care about herself, didn't do her hair, didn't do her toes, her nails, didn't try to present herself? And I'm not saying you're coming out looking like a GQ magazine, you know, like you about to be a model for GQ tomorrow, even though GQ I think is a male only magazine. But you get what I'm saying. You're not coming out like maybe you're going to be a model, but are you presenting yourself well? Are you, outside of your physical presentation, are you working and healing? Do you have the discretion to sign up for the courses, sign up for the life coaching, sign up for the therapy, whatever it is that you need in order to activate that inner healing? Because I feel like God really wants to see us elevate, but he's not going to do the part that is like your responsibility, right? God is very, very, he honors our free will. He's never going to break our free will because God is a gentleman. So the very first thing I wanted to share, if you or some woman you know is struggling with that, is you got to get your discretion together. You got to get your decision-making ability together. And every single day, I want you to ask yourself, how am I going to show up in the world today? Who do I want to show up in the world today and be? And then I want you to apply the best that you have at this time to that. The best outfit, the best, you know, hygiene products, wherever you are in your financial life. If you are struggling to elevate in your financial life, go back and watch my financial videos. Start really investing in that area, and let's elevate, because right now we're not even activating the predator part of men. And when in human history has that happened? When has a man looked at a woman who presented her body in that way and said, ew, no? When? Like literally when? I was like, girl, you got men pitying your body. Men want your body. That is like the absolute goal. And we have gotten so far away from our femininity that the man is pitying you because of how you're presenting it. I got a little passionate there. I'm gonna pull back. The second thing that I want you to remember is you're already somebody's wife. Okay? One of the things that I want my daughter to understand, and that I would love for the women who are following me and who are becoming a part of my tribe to understand, you're already God's wife. So while this woman decided to show up in the world in that particular way, sending two different messages. From the back, she was a whole wife, and from the front, she was less than a streetwalker. I was confused, and I'm a woman. I can only imagine what the men just pitied you. Okay. Again, at least that was the other man, the Asian man, just straight ignored her. He saw it. He heard us and he kind of cut his eye, but he just straight ignored her. The black man who was like, I'm a part of your race, he pitied you. Woman to woman, I want you to remember you're already God's wife, right? When you show up in the world, I want you to think about that. I want you to be like, okay, God is my husband. I want you to imagine whatever your image of God is, whatever your image of a husband is. I want you to imagine that I'm showing up with God on my arms. And if that girl had just kind of thought that way, I'm sure something in her mind would have been like, let me at least put on some yoga pants. She would have been A-okay with yoga pants. Even if she wanted to put on shorts, she could have put on the knee shorts, right? The yoga shorts that come to your knee. Even if you didn't want to do that, put on the yoga shorts that are the mid-thigh length. I feel like almost anything would have been better than your boy short underwear. Like whenever I work out, right? So I work out and I'm in fitness. Of course, I'm on my losing weight journey with my baby. I've actually lost 30 pounds from there. I gained 38 pounds during my pregnancy and lost 30 already, thankfully, in 6 weeks. But when I was on my like fitness journey, okay, when we're in the gym, we'll have on a sports bra. We may have on our little itty bitty shorts, right? And we're working out or whatever that's appropriate for the venue. I want you to begin to think, as God's wife, is what I'm about to wear appropriate for the venue? But even in that venue, we would not have on our underwear, right? Even when you're working out, and that's a place where everybody's working on their body. We're not afraid of bodies. You can have rolls, or you can be as fit as you want to be. In the gym, we're all here in our crop tops, our sports bras, our shorts, our itty bitty shorts. We're still not in our underwear, love. That's for the bedroom. There's a place for it. So I also don't want you to think, and I don't want any religious women in my post below coming for her, oh, God ain't happy. If you did that, I know you didn't watch the video the whole way. Because there is a place for how she was dressed in the bedroom with her husband. That would have been totally fine. But outside of that, at the house with her husband, I don't even know if, you know, to each woman her own, but I don't even know if you have children over at any child at a conscious age. Maybe your baby may kind of come out a little bit like that, but if you have children that are of a conscious age and they're starting to learn, I don't even know if a wife who is a high value wife of a king provider would decide to come out in front of her children like that. That's just me. It's still arguable on that level inside your home, but I do think that we have to be mindful of things such as the Oedipus complex. This stuff is very, very real. You know, what it is as a woman that you want to be sending off with your signal. So I'm done there. I know it's a hard conversation. If I triggered you a little bit, just know it was out of love. I know you're a little bit triggered, but keep listening you know, if you think you need to hear this, kind of sit in it for a little bit, and I want you to pull out your journal and journal on that topic. Like, who do I want to show up in the world as, and what type of results do I want to get from my love life? And so, of course, as always, guys, if you are ready to work with me, I do have a happy wife life coaching package that I give to ladies who are definitely interested in investing in that part of their lives. If you know that you would like some coaching in terms of, Lindasha, come, I need help, girl. I need help. You attracted your king provider when you were a teenager, and I've held it down. Okay. So I didn't just attract him and then lose him. I attracted a man who has been faithful and consistent with me my whole entire life, pretty much since I was 18, right? Through the dating phase, through the engagement phase, and through a happy marriage, because y'all know for me, if it ain't a happy marriage, I don't want it. So if you're interested in getting that type of coaching and developing the mindset of a wife, I want you guys to click the link below and go ahead and sign up for my Happy Wife Life coaching program. It is a one-on-one program where we deal with all sorts of things. The program is, of course, one of the more intermediate investments. And so you and I will be able to, you'll be able to come to the city where I'm in, or I can fly to your city, and we will do some shopping. We'll update your wardrobe if that's what's needed to happen. And also we'll meet weekly in terms of your coaching, and we'll set up the strategy for your new dating, your elevated dating, where to find men who are of an elevated mindset, who already have that king provider mindset. And then we'll do extensive training on how you activate that over the predator. And then now, shoot, I didn't even know you could activate the pity of a man like that, being a beautiful woman. I said, y'all done gave me something else to talk about. So either way, you guys click below in order to start that coaching program with me. I'd love to have you. Also, if you have any questions, it's lindasha@gmail.com. Myself or my team will get back with you. For those of you who are in the I Make Money Look Good, cohort, this current cohort, we're switching up things there a bit. So I recognize that some of you really do appreciate or want the one-on-one coaching to be private. So I am going to make sure to upload the pre-recorded videos for the I Make Money Look Good cohort and class. I'll upload those recordings to the site where the course is being hosted. And you guys are going to start scheduling your actual one-on-one calls with me weekly through my calendar, right? Because it just appears that that's going to be a bit better for this current cohort. I know I have a lot of people who love following me in the dark. I call y'all my Nicodemus followers. I still love y'all. But those of you who are excited about just kind of having a bit more privacy to discuss your money issues and where you are there, I think that'll be a bit better than us having even the small group coaching, because I don't think the trust has been built there yet. So we're going to switch that up, and I wanted to just make sure that I told my YouTube community, just in case you guys sign up for the I Make Money Look Good cohort, you can still join us. But the course is basically going to be the pre-recorded videos are going to be uploaded. You have lifetime access to it, and then you'll schedule your private coaching session and calls with me. So that link will be below as well, and I look forward to working with you guys more. And all right, have a good day. Bye-bye.